Hey guys, what's up? Thank you guys for joining. We had a pretty crazy build. It was experimental. It was really fun. It was a poison build on the engineer, utilizing the poison grenade and smelly wall with serpent staff. I don't know if you guys ever use electric torch. They're pretty dope. Not gonna lie, I like them. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy, and thanks for tuning in. Okay, let's do this. Ooh, engineer. Engineer, my friend. Oh, how I have never used you. I've definitely used engineer. To what extent have I used engineer is the question. That is the question. So I have been like Patrick, okay, and been under a stone because of this item right here, contract. Okay. The interesting thing about contract is that items under the charges have 50% chance to duplicate buffs that they gain, plus 10% for each one that has been charged, which is really interesting, because what this item does is whenever your health falls below 70%, it advances the cooldown of the star item by 2 seconds, plus 3 seconds if it's not a weapon. And then it will emit 2 charges traveling at 1 second every 2 seconds once, which is really interesting. With that 50% chance to duplicate buffs. As far as how would you actually go about using this, I've got no idea, but it could be really cool, like really cool. Because I guess technically speaking, you see with the star slot isn't where the charges are, right? So technically the item that you want the 50% buffs to be on can just be inside of the charge slots. The hard part is trying to time everything, which is kind of interesting if we were to try to go for that, depending on what the game gives us. There's also the mana engineer that I've never done before, which could be really cool. You got stun build with engineer, which could be really cool as well. And there's still this item like that I've never used. Because like, what kind of poison build is on engineer? You know what I mean? Like, what poison builds do we have for engineer? I've got no idea. I'm pretty sure they're out there, and I kind of want to figure out where they are, or what they do, or how to use them, which I think could be really good. But yeah, after 10 seconds, you're gonna inflict 20 poison, and 12 onto yourself, and then charge, receive, advance the cooldown, and which I think is really cool. While you have at least 5 clovers, poison has a 30% chance to crit. That's kind of crazy, you know what I mean? And these aren't like super duper crazy expensive to craft. You can easily get like 3 of these, 100% chance to crit on poison. The only issue is getting the poison, you know what I mean? The only issue, the only 2 ways I could think about it is serpent staff, reaper badge, and then maybe Excalibur if you were to have the relic, or not the relic, the amulet, so you can get the poison shroom. The poison shroom item or food item. That could be really cool. That could be really cool. And then this for the freaking stun builds. I guess it really just matters what the game gives us as far as like the direction we want to go into. I think I just know that I don't want to go into like, you know, the direction of the testicle that we usually always go towards. I want to try something different. Let the game give us something like a curveball, you know what I mean? Like let the game give us a curveball and see whatever it gives us we'll work with, and see if we can create something kind of cool with it. Speaking of something kind of cool with it, we have the generator here that we could technically create. I do like the generator. I'm a fan of generator. And this is the cogs bag. Yeah, okay. This is the cogs bag. We got 1 gold. We'll spin for 1, get the stone, and I think that's it for the most part. I think that's as far as we're kind of want to go with this. We're definitely a burst build, at least for the first round. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I am going to give you a shovel because that is a free heat generator. If we manage to get that item to turn into a heat generator, that would be nice. I just realized I have to do the combination. Forgot about that. Like, that's a thing that I completely forgot about. I could have had a shovel this round, or I could have gotten a free item from my shovel last round. 7 gold is left over. which could be kind of interesting. I don't think I want to go for another broom. The only reason I would go for another broom is to kind of go for the lightning staff situation here. Another weapon I haven't used all that much. I honestly, chainsaw is like another weapon I haven't used all that much. But I think I'm gonna pass on a broom. Alternatively, another weapon I haven't used all that much. After 5 seconds, inflict 8 blind for 7 seconds. While charged, start items trigger 45% faster. That is very interesting. I've never like, oh my god, that is so interesting. I had to take a step on that. I was like, wait, what did that just say? What did that just say? Like, yeah, I had an epiphany right then. Because that's interesting. Okay, let's just get a combination here, just so we can get this situation going. You know what? We'll turn this into a torch. We'll turn that into a torch, just because I'm kind of interested in seeing how that all goes. You know what I mean? And if we even get the item to turn it into an electric, just imagine you got like 3 of those. You know what I mean? That's some crazy increase in speed. Like, you just, oh, we lost. You just imagine we got like 3 of those. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so blood manipulation, false life, and smelly wall. Right, blood manipulation is interesting because it deals with vampirism, and then we have the bats. Right, I love the bats a lot. Me and the bats, crazy. You could roll bats. You could get freaking bloodthirst or bloodthorn. You know what I mean? Like anything dealing with vampirism, bats. Boom. This is a bat generator right here. Okay, you get a generator. You slap them. You slap them on the bats. You know what I mean? You're good. And honestly speaking, false life is basically the same. I mean, they both deal with healing. This increases the amount that max. Is there any item that gives max health for engineer? You do? What do you? No, you don't. You give max stamina. Okay, what about you? What do you do? What do you do? You are also max stamina. Okay, so there's no items that give life or health or increase. Yeah, there's no items that increase max HP on the engineer, which means you'd have to depend on an item for regular Degler class, like the Thorn Bloom, which increases your max HP, and all these other items which increase max HP, which is kind of interesting. So I feel like false life really doesn't have much synergy for engineer. You know what I mean? Even healing wise, it doesn't really feel like engineer has like a crazy items that increase your healing. It's all about cooldown, making things faster. You know what I mean? That's what it's giving. I still don't even know how to use that. But yeah, that's what it's giving. Which is pretty interesting. Very, very interesting, actually. So with that being said, I feel like false life is a no. Now, when it comes to smelly wall, on the other hand, gaining block is definitely something with, you know, Magitech armor over here. And I definitely something which is really, really interesting. Definitely something that can be possible. Smelly wall, gaining all that block, gaining poison with poison grenade. Hear me out. We were just talking about a poison build with poison grenade. I just wish there was like, it doesn't feel like there are class items that synergize well with a poison build. Or is it just me? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But it just feels that way. Like unique. There's not a lot of unique items, I guess. This is very interesting, by the way. Every 8 seconds, we refund 30% of the buffs used. And 30% of the stamina used since the last activation. Every 8.6 seconds. I'm gonna do some brainstorming real quick. I just want to brainstorm, just a little bit. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the idea is something similar to this, basically. in general, you're gonna have your block generators, right? Which is gonna be the Magitech armor, right? This is gonna be generating your block. That's gonna be hitting on Smelly Wall to give us poison, right? And then along with the poison, it's gonna be hitting on Moon Shield to give us mana, which we're gonna need the mana in order for the armor to work, but also for the Serpent Staff to also work, because that's important. Serpent Staff has got to work. So that's in general basically the whole way I imagine and envision it working, basically. And then the poison bombs are there so our poison can crit. And then the steel amulets are there so that we can gain empowerment from the block for Serpent Staff, so we can do even more damage. You know, on top of that, Serpent Staff also increases the poison that you gain by 40%. So that's really nice as well. So in general, that's gonna be the game plan. At least what I'm gonna try for. So yeah, hopefully we can get the game plan working. If not, womp. But if so, that would be phenomenal. And I guess technically speaking, I could kind of combine this with the original, like kind of like these guys. 40% faster. You could easily put this on Serpent Staff, so Serpent Staff can go 45% faster, and you could probably get 2 of these. You know, at the very least, you could probably get 2 of them, to be honest. Yeah, you could probably get 2 of them. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You could definitely probably get 2. I don't know. Oh yeah, we're getting this class item because we need this for the armor. I was about to say, I don't even know what class items to get, but yeah, probably gonna get this for the class, you know, wild charge items trigger 45%. So we need a generator so that they can be charged. Okay, we need a lot of items. We need a lot of items. Do we need batteries? Do we need batteries for... We do need batteries. We need batteries for the generator. We already have 2 batteries, so we don't need more batteries. You know, I'm just trying to figure out ways to kind of mitigate the money that we would kind of be spending, to be honest, because I don't want to spend too much money, you know what I mean? Okay, there goes our generator. Can I get that now? I can get that now. Yeah, let's get this now. That way we get a double combination with this, so that's nice. You can go spin like that. How's this gonna go? But like ideally something like this would be most ideal. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and then there goes another torch situation that we could utilize. So yeah, this would be super interesting. So if we can pull this off, it'd be super interesting. We're probably gonna lose this guy because he's healing way too much for us. Way too much healing for us. Way too much. We do need this room for the Serpent Staff. Getting garlics, I forgot all about garlics. Getting garlics wouldn't be horrible either, to be honest. Let's pick both of these up. Get this. Do we need this? The 20 max health could help. I mean, our health is 55. Getting 20 this early can help. Later on, I don't think it's gonna help all that much. But getting it this early is actually kind of nice. I'm gonna get the garlic here. We'll reserve these 2. I feel like the garlic is a little bit more important right now for the sake of survivability. I'm gonna get this combination as well because it's the only combination that we really need right now, even though we don't really need I don't like having situations like this where you're using 2 weapons. It's like, oh, look at the 2 weapons I have in my backpack that I'm not using. It kind of sucks. We might beat this guy. Yeah, we'll beat this guy. Okay, nice. We needed that win too. We gotta pick up every single blueberry we see. We have to pick up. That is mandatory. Do I need you guys? I don't. I forgot all about Contrap, even though we were talking about it. Do I need you? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna need them. So that'll be good for us. We don't need those. Not need those. I'm thinking about putting another weapon in. Because technically speaking, we could throw a banana in here. Our stamina is kind of already maxed out though. So we might not even survive with that in, to be honest. I'm gonna reserve the space. Yeah, I'm gonna reserve the space. I also have to remember we're still trying to get these. Damn, we need stones for that? I didn't know we need stones for those. I feel like I've passed by so many. Did we pass by stones? I don't know. I feel like if we did, we sold them. Oh, we lose. I feel like we passed by some stones, man. There goes a stone. It just gave us one. That's beautiful. I don't think we need this for anything either. Yeah. Would you be worth it right now? Get rid of... No, we can't get rid of the broom. We need to upgrade the broom, if anything. We'll grab you. I might grab this because we have a cog here. That could help us out. Yeah, that could definitely help us out. We have 2 combinations. No, we have one combination. You have this combination, and that's it. So we can lock this in with sacrificing. We just need to afford that, which honestly, I don't know if we get rid of this fossil light because we have Hungry Blade here. We don't have any regen generation, but we could throw this in a backpack. That'd be 2 regen for Vamp. And we have Amplified Healing because of the chips. I think we do sell it though, because it's, I don't know. We could sacrifice it. How about we sell this in the chip to buy this? Okay, and then we could set up for a sacrifice. Okay, what are we sacrificing? We're sacrificing you. Thinking about sacrificing the Hungry Blade. I think we are. Thinking about sacrificing a pig or sacrificing the box of riches. We don't really need the box of riches, honestly, so I don't mind sacrificing it. I think we go, yeah, we do this. Yeah. Interesting. I wish we didn't get rid of wish we didn't get rid of that. Oh, these all trigger faster. Wow. I thought it was just 1 star slot. What? That is very interesting. Okay. I think we sell this. We can't, we're not gonna be able to put it in. We're not gonna have space. We could keep this in. This is important. This is important, and so is this. Yeah. Okay, let's sell you so we can roll. Okay. That's a 3rd stone, which we can utilize. I was really hoping to get a combination for this. It's kind of what I'm really hoping for. The game did not give it to me. All right. I think we sell Amulet of Alchemy here. We're not going to need it. And we get rid of Burning Coal in favor of probably the oil lamp. More than likely, because it's on sale. I feel like it's gonna be our biggest decider, to be honest. I just realized maybe it's smarter if you do this, no? That way the generator is, you know, touching the electric torch. I feel like that's kind of smart. We don't I don't think I care for the broom. Not the broom, but the shovel. Don't think we're really caring for the shovel. Probably move this up. And then move this entire situation down here. Garlic. Garlic. Okay. 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 We'll get Cook here. Wait. Crap. Yeah, you gotta stay up here because I need a spot for the shovel. Alright. And now we're broke on food. Or the piggies. The piggies are not happy. Okay. This might be fine. I think this is fine. Because this is going to trigger at the start of the game. And it'll give time for the generator to kind of keep up, I guess. So it could stay faster. To deal more damage. Nice. 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 22 damage a second. Okay. It's not yet ideal. Don't, you know, get me wrong. It's not ideal. Not horrible. I think we picked this up because next round we're going to get the class item. As I just bought this. We needed to buy this anyways for space, so I guess it didn't matter, but yeah, I think we have to pick this up this round. What are we selling for it though? I'm about to sell a pig. Like, genuinely speaking, I might sell a pig. If I sell a pig, should I just buy the hammer? Buy the hammer, proc a pig with one of these. Would that give me more money? This is giving me 2. If I buy this, that'll be 8, but I can sell for 4, so it's really 4. But that is 9. No. Alright, let's see. At the end of this, we have 10 right now. So if I were to, instead of getting 12, do this. Get rid of the hammer. Okay, now I have 11. Okay, that was dumb. That was dumb, but now I know. Now I know, guys. Now I am aware that that was not the best thing I could have done. Okay, we'll probably lose the next round. Which is gonna suck. But at least we'll have our class item. And I guess, I mean, wait, we might win this. What? Wow, okay. We actually won that. I did not expect to win that. Okay, give me this. There goes the serpent staff. All right. Oh, yes. Definitely. Okay. Okay, let me cook. Let me cook. I've also thought about getting the golden armor. This right here, gold armor, because it also gives you the it also gives you block. Your weapons do attack 50% slower though, which is sucky if I'm being completely honest with you guys, versus just getting another one of these. Which is probably better. The other one gives you, what does the other one give? The other one gives you, I mean, it cleanses. If you have no B-dubs, gain block. I don't think it's worth it for the 50% faster though. I was thinking about it, but now that I, actually thought about it. I mean, this cleanses debuffs as well. It doesn't use up mana though. I don't know. I think it's fine. And then also means I have to sacrifice another pig or use Nezuko here. I don't think I want to do. So I think we're good on that. I think we're good on that. Let's roll another mana orb. We definitely picked that up. I haven't seen any poison pots, which is kind of sucky. Very sucky, actually. Okay, let's get our combinations in. So we have a combination for you. We're gonna have a combination for you. We're gonna have a combination for you. We can't turn this into a torch because we want to turn it into the light. So let's lock that. And I think that's all the combinations. Pretty sure. Okay, what do we got? I kind of do want space, but we're not using this weapon anymore. We're gonna use the torch now. So that's kind of huge. What do you, you're gonna get 4 charges every 5 seconds. That's actually not bad. It's like an internal generator. And you're gonna gain mana too. That's great. So this needs to pass by everything, all the mana generating things, because our mana generation kind of sucks. Unless we buy this mana orb. We do need the mana orb actually for the shield. We need the mana orb for the shield. But that's probably what we're gonna use that for. I don't even think we need garlics right now anymore. Doesn't feel like we need garlics right now. Let's do this into something like that, but not exactly that. Probably this, yeah. Into generator. That way this is up like all the time. Because you're gonna have this every 5.5 seconds, but you're also gonna have this every 4.5 seconds. And I kind of just want it to be up all the time. But we also have to worry about Shovel Boy here. I forgot all about Shovel Boy. We gotta worry about Shovel Boy because he also wants charges, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll just do that. 'Cause I gotta figure out how to actually put Shovel Boy in here. Hold up. Shovel Boy being in this star is pretty important. I guess this isn't horrible. It's just not in the star slot. That's the only thing I don't like. Maybe I could, no, I can't move this back. Yeah, because then it's not going to be inside of mecha armor. Interesting. Let me cook real quick. Let me cook. Okay, so this is what we came up with. Basically, the way that it works is you have Spotlight here. It's basically touching everything that's kind of important for the most part. It's touching the staff, the generator, the shoveler, the armor. This is also touching everything that's kind of important. I made sure that it's going through mana generating items. That being the double blueberries along with the armor. I mean, it's going to gain mana regardless, but gaining 2 more because of that is kind of nice. So because that's going to feed into the armor and it's also going to feed into the magic staff. We do have the blueberries here as well, but we're going to need mana generation. Super duper important. And you got the wild charge for the Shovel Boy. This is touching the electric charge at the end, and it's also touching the dog. I figure if it's just touching them in general is great. And then you also have this, so this uptime shouldn't be horrible. Which is, something very, very important. Very important. So let's see how this actually performs in theory. So if you look at our mana generation, it's not bad. Yeah, it's definitely not bad at all. We're not generating enough mana because we have 0 here. So like we're using more mana than we're generating, basically. But that run wasn't bad. And we just got this, which we could just put here. Yeah, I don't mind putting that there. It still counts. I don't think that's, oh, great. Definitely buying that. We'll reserve this, and I think we're just gonna roll. Possibly. I mean, there are kind of some things I want to, like, we don't need the garlics anymore, so we could sacrifice the garlics. Getting a combination here, would it help us? Because I guess I could move it here. Because it'll still receive the charge from this. It's not going to receive a charge from a generator because there's literally, I don't think, any way to kind of make that work for real. But at least here it's receiving the charge from the mana crystal, which won't be horrible. And then we got infinite heat generation because of Shovel Boy anyways. It won't be able to touch Shovel Boy though, but it'll be able to touch the armor and the weapons, which I think I like. And now that I think about it, I'm not opposed to getting another generator. Nope, not opposed at all to getting another generator. I think what we're going to do though, there's not much I'm willing to sell here. So I think we're gonna roll with what we have. I forgot this gets faster with Mana items. I forgot all about that. Okay, so we just made it 20% faster. I love that. I like that. Okay. I'm gonna put that there. And then you can kind of go wherever you want because you still receive charges. We need every single item here. So I think we're just gonna roll with this. And then we'll sacrifice the hearts next round along with some other items. So I think that'll be good for us. Yeah, I think that'll be good for us. Mana generation. Looking pretty... Ooh, that hit hurts. That blue star house slot hit actually hurt. Mana generation is looking good though. What do we get here? Holy light, right? 40% faster on our armor. 22% reduction in damage while we have block is nice though. But I think I'm gonna get this for the 40% faster on our armor. I think that's smart. So let's get these two first. And we'll kind of just, honestly, just take everything out. And just kind of focus on this sacrifice. I think it's gonna be important. Because we're gonna get rid of, and we might do some, I think we're doing a combination here as well. Yeah, we're doing a combination here for the torch. So that's important. We're getting rid of the garlics. Pocket sand. We don't need this lump of coal. We're not gonna get another spotlight, I don't think. And I think that's everything. Honestly, at this point, we could probably get rid of Star of Courage too. I don't think we need that. And yeah. Well, yeah, because I was going to say we could buy this to get a combination real quick, but then we'd have to sell like a lot of money, like 5 gold worth of items. We could probably sell that from what we get from the sacrifice. Interesting. Spring loader. We have to sell something. I'm not opposed to selling the space, I guess. Maybe not sell the space because we're about to get a whole shield. We need to keep the space for the shield. Resonator is interesting. Very interesting. Actually, we need this. I didn't even think of, we've only seen one to make it to the shovel. So we actually need this. So we need to keep that. We could sell this. We don't need this for anything. The only thing I can think of using it for is for this guy. But yeah, we don't need this for anything. So we could sell that. And probably just sell the battery. We need everything else. So I feel like we sell the battery. Damn, that's only gonna give us 1. Maybe we sell spring loader then. After 2.7 seconds, advance the cooldown of star items by 2 seconds. They trigger 35% faster instead. This is kind of like a spotlight, kind of. Triggering 35% faster. You can use that on the serpent staff and make it super duper fast. I wish the batteries were 2 gold. We do have an extra stone here though, so there's that. So okay, we're not gonna get 3. Yeah, we're not gonna get 3 of the poison heads. Hopefully, I mean, shoot, if we do, that'd be great. But we haven't even seen a potion, and we still need these. So the likelihood of that is pretty slim. So let's go ahead, get our moon shield situation up. All right, and I gotta figure out this spacing. Okay, so this is what we got. It pretty much is the exact same layout that we had last time, but we definitely needed that extra space. Definitely. So we got moon shield here. It's gonna be even more block, but more importantly, is gonna be that mana generation. So we should have enough mana generation. I also rotated this so that we have more of the shock or the charges inside of mana items for even more mana generation. Other torches over here, hitting the armor, hitting the weapon. The main 2 things that really matter. It's also hitting this, which means the charges should happen more often to keep the 45% uptime up more. And then I got spring load over here just so they could trigger 35% faster. And then the advance cooldown. So yeah, solid. Overall, I think that the build is turning out to be pretty solid. 2 magic torches. Where's this? All this? What the? Where's all this blind coming from? Oh, that's where it came from for 7 seconds. That's crazy. What does it matter on magic torches? Because the accuracy is 100%. But I didn't even think about the amount of blind that would be. Secondly, we did a bunch of damage the last minute. It was the loader. The loader procced, and we hit like 3 times. 4 times? Basically 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and then here. I guess that kind of makes sense because our cooldown right here is 0.81. Well, 1. Our cooldown is 1 second. This advances the cooldown by 2 seconds, which makes it proc twice. Basically makes it proc twice. And I guess, I don't know. They proc 4. I mean, this one doesn't count, I guess, because the timing is different, but it did proc like 3 times. Dang, I didn't even think about that. Using electric torches, and I guess fanny packs, but electric torches to speed this up so your cooldown can reduce. So when spring loader procs, when it reduces the cooldown, it makes the weapon hit so many times and dealing so much damage like that. Wow. Telling you guys, I did not think about that. That just so happened to happen. I did not think about that. Very interesting. Very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. So we still need a substantial amount of different items here, especially these poison. We need the poison potion. Do we need this for anything? We do actually. Not for that. We don't need it for this. Oh, we do need this. We don't really need any more blueberries. I'm gonna pick it up though. This was used for the torch, but we don't really need that anymore. We need these for the poison bombs. We don't deal effect damage. That's my like, cause so like this is kind of useless. I mean, I guess we could put it like this, and that still is gonna allow for the 30% chance to deal effect damage. But other than that, we don't use effect damage for anything, so we'll probably sell it eventually. More than likely. We'll pick up this pig next round. Why not? We got space for it. Put it somewhere to be extra money. Burst build versus... We're basically a burst build. That's what it feels like. That's genuinely what it feels like. It doesn't feel like a poison build. It feels like a burst build. I guess I'm not opposed to that, though. I've got another blueberry. Guess I'm not opposed to that. We'll grab some more space. Why not grab more space? Fanny pack, sure. Dang, man, we're not getting the items we need. We're not getting the items we need. Edit bags, let's put that there. Protective purses can go there. Actually, let's move you here. That way we can put another mana item on that. Can I move this? No, me moving the shield isn't gonna do anything. Trying to see if I could put more star slots on this. Not really. Well, actually, well, no. For me to move this up, I'd have to move this. So I'd have to put it here, which means turning this like that, but that's gonna take away star slots here. So it's probably not worth it. Realistically, I don't think it'll be worth it. Yeah, I don't think it'll be worth it. I guess you're just gonna have this. But you're already pretty fast because of the holy light situation. The only other issue is if we were to get another armor, what is that gonna look like? You know what I mean? We get another armor, this entire situation will have to change. I think we would probably move Moon Shield here instead. Maybe, and then have one armor over here, another one right here. Maybe, we'll see. We'll see. When that time comes, that's when we will know. And only then. And only then. Unfortunately, we haven't got any poison. Double Bloodthorn? Your salmon generation sucks for double Bloodthorn, my friend. Sucks. He could kind of do it though. He was standing up there. His healing was pretty crazy healing. Pretty crazy healing. We'll buy this. It's on sale. Who knows? Maybe that 5% could come in the clutch. Thinking about getting this. But no, there's other things we need. I don't want to get it when I know that there are other items that we need right now. I'll buy this. That is not what we needed, but I'll take it. We're gonna sell this. Not what we needed, but we will take it. Man, I'm looking for the Amulet of Energy or some Amulet of Steel. Amulet of Energy, Amulet of Steel is kind of mainly what I'm looking for right now. I could utilize these. More charges. What would we use it on though? Probably something so that this electric torch. Yeah, this right here. That's what I would use it on. Because when this hits, it'll hit this, which will go hit the electric torch, but this is also hitting the electric torch. So that's more uptime for the electric torch, which I don't think will be bad. We also have the duplication for the mana orb and mainly for the heat generation. Because that's going to be a 10% plus 5% traveled. So that's going to be 15, 20, 30, and 40. But I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think it's a crazy big deal. Nothing too crazy like that. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna buy this though. I don't think I'm gonna put this anywhere yet, but we're gonna buy it. As far as this goes, I don't really know where to put this. Could just put it here and call it a day. I don't think we're gonna be able to get up to the 40. I don't think that's gonna happen. But I guess the chance to resist critical hits is kind of nice. And that still kind of works. So I guess we'll do something like that. Katana. Interesting build he's got going on. We should beat this guy though. It doesn't seem like his build is anything too crazy. Anything too overpowered. Doesn't seem like it to me. We gotta watch out for our stamina generation. I guess as our heat generation gets up there, our stamina generation kind of starts dwindling. But that can easily be fixed with a simple banana. I could have just made another generator. We need this. I could have literally just made another generator. I don't know if that was a good idea. Passing past that. Dang, we're actually seeing a lot of these items. Could make another electric torch using this. But no, we need the bombs. We need these. We need pots. That's what we need. Pots. Potions. Pots. And lots of them. Okay, so let's go ahead and make the serpent staff. Because we only got one pot, so we're kind of sad about that. But at least we get to make the serpent staff, so that's nice. And you know what? Let's make this faster. Real quick. Is that worth it? Yeah, we could just... Yeah. Okay. And then you can go here. That's not a bad spot. Yeah. That's not a bad spot. Not a bad spot. I'm honestly thinking about, what if we did... Oops. What if we did this now? What if we just moved you now? Why do I keep doing that? That allows me... Does that allow me to have more star slots? For the mana items or no? 5. I think we had 5 before. No, we have 6 now. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's better. No, it's not. It's not going to be on the electric torch. You have to stay there. For the sake of the electric torch. Dang. If we get another armor, I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, we're still at 5. 5 isn't horrible. We get another magnetic armor, guys. I've got no idea what we're going to do because we want everything to be inside of these electric torches. I've got no idea what we're going to do. No freaking idea. But, I mean, we haven't found one yet. So there's that. I just know if we were to find one, I'm going to try to find a way to make it work. I'm going to try to find a way to make it work because I want it to work. 100 poison. All right. I'm gonna pick up the Recon Bob just because I know that I would want to. Thank you. Ooh, wait. Can we afford this? Can we buy both of these at the same time so we can get our combination and a Recon Bob on the glowing crown? Sell this. We don't really need that. We need 13. Actually, we could sell a stone and then we'll sell this chipped. Okay. Piggies, so I can get me a little bit more space in this situation without having to redo my entire build. We can probably move all this and we can recombine over here. For the time being, that's 4 slots. So crown, I don't really want crown, to be honest. Then we can use this situation over here, I think, so we can get the poison grenade. We can recombine that. What else are we recombining? Toast? Just these 3 items? Or is there other items? This, yeah. We don't need that either. Okay. That's our combination in our recombine. Yes. A katana? Wish you were something else. At least we got this. So now our poison has 30% chance to proc. At least we got that. Okay. We got a lot of useless items. Let me see. We'll sell this just so I can roll. I want to buy this. I want to buy this too for armor slots. That'd be good defense. Yeah. Okay. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. All right. We got 1 poison bomb. 20 more to go. He's got a poison build. He's got an interest. He's got amulet of feasting, double pandemonium. Hold up. His poison build is actually kind of good. Are we losing the? Yeah. That's how you do it. He got the Reaper badge though. We didn't get that. I guess we could have gotten pandemoniums. I didn't think about pandemoniums. I guess we could have gotten pandemoniums. Interesting. He had the poison grenade and he crit us for 500 damage. 290 to poison. And that's just from pandemoniums. And having the amulet of feasting. Amulet of feasting, 40% faster. Bro, imagine this with electric torch. You could literally do that. And you could set up like probably like 3 or 4 electric torches in a row on the food items. Utilizing pandemoniums. You don't even need to have Death Scythe. And have poison bomb for the crit. Yo. Wow. This entire situation over here is useless. Whoa, hold up. I didn't even think about Eat-O-Matic. While charged, your other food triggers 75% faster. It triggers 100% faster. The other food, while this is charged, all your food is 75% faster. You can combine that with this for the 45% faster. It being charged is easy. All you need is generators. I mean, you need the pan to make the generators, so you're gonna need a lot of pans for pandemonium and generators. But I mean, you could go crystal, right? He chose to go mecha armor. I don't know why. Yeah, I've got no idea why he did that. Your stamina generation doesn't really matter because, yeah, I don't know why he did that. I would have went mana crystals for constant charging. Get some repeaters or some splitters. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I like that. That was good inspiration. Really good inspiration to see like another, you know what I mean? Like another build and how they made it work or how they're making it work. Do we need another mana orb? At this point, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm gonna buy these because we've been rolling a lot, and yeah, there goes the 2-er. 2 gold. 2 gold we are not gonna use. Let's edit bags here. And let's just move this situation. Yeah, I think we can. Yeah, I didn't do that. Yeah, okay, that works. We can move these over here. Maybe not. Well, yeah, maybe so. Yeah, that works. Okay. That works. And then we really don't even need those 2 anymore. 9 gold. I'll buy that for no reason. Why not? 3 rounds, 9 gold. I'll roll with this. We're have to do all, well, we have cogs, so we don't have to do all our combinations next round. That is the beauty of it. That is the beauty. Dang, bro, look at our block. What the heck? Sheesh. How much damage were you doing? 43. Okay, gotcha. Wow. This is a really cool build, by the way. Amulet of Energy or still... Dang it, man. I don't want that. That crap. I'll buy this. All right, 10 gold. No. Another one. One more. Dang. This game does not like me right now. It doesn't. Okay, so, I mean, we could get another generator. We don't really need another generator, to be honest. So I don't think I'm gonna get another generator. It's too late for Panda. Actually, we have like 6 blueberries. Okay, well, I do think it's a little bit too late for Pandanomium because this entire build isn't even centered around Pandanomium. If we were to get Pandanomium, we have to figure out spacing for Pandanomium and the blueberries and for them to hit the electric torches. I don't think that's gonna happen. But it was on sale, so I bought it. But regardless, don't think that's gonna happen. Don't think that's gonna happen. We'll just roll with this. I was hopefully looking for a recombobb. That would be great. Noel's Blade, huh? Interesting. He's got an interesting build. His healing is up there. Our y'all saw that? The poison crit. Did you guys see the poison crit? Good game. Dang, if we could find a recombobb. I mean, I could just sell all this. Ooh. Do I want to do that? I did tell myself, hey, you, is this something you want to do? Technically speaking, it could work. We could put it here. We could move all the items here because none of these technically have to be here. We could put it here. It doesn't technically have to be on a moon armor either, realistically. It's trying to figure out how to put it on the moon armor, but also how to have it inside the because I want it inside the electric torches, right? I said 90% increase in speed. I need to have it inside the electric torches. Trying to figure out how to put both of them inside the electric torches up here is a pain. I could wait a second. Okay, hold up. Let's I want it, so we're buying it. I technically could do this, right? We're just brainstorming. We might throw this entire thing away. I don't know yet. We're just brainstorming. So don't get excited. Don't do it. This could work. Where are you gonna go? Crap. I don't know where he's gonna go. What? This could work. Still don't know where he's gonna go. Oh man, they're not both in there though. Crap. All right, let me cook. Okay, so I made a mistake. If you guys didn't catch it, it's okay. I accidentally turned the moon. I turned it into a moon armor instead of turning it into Magitech armor, which is gonna suck because you're not gaining block. You're gaining block at the start of the game, instead of gaining it every 2.2 seconds, right? More block would have been more poison because of Smelly Wall, so that kind of sucks. So womp womp on that. That sucks. But this is kind of the situation we landed on for the most part. I ended up getting a Mecha Bat because of the 22%. It's getting charged because of Mana Crystal. So there's that. There was one of the changes. Bought a Prismatic Orb because why not? And pretty much I wasn't able to find another Poison Pot for the Poison Grenade, so that really sucked. I would have wanted that extra 33 or 30% in critical chance. That would have been nice. But yeah, this is overall the build. Pretty decent build. I'm not gonna lie, it seems like it would be pretty nice for the most part. I do think Pandemonium with the item that makes the food trigger faster would have done better. But with that being said, I do think this build is actually still pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie, I do think it's still pretty solid. We got what, 80 poison on them so far, almost 100. Stamina is a kind of big thing though, especially since he has a shield, and this also uses up stamina. And the Mecha Bat also, I forgot about 306 critical. The Mecha Bat uses up stamina too. But who needs stamina when you have your poison doing damage for you? You know what I mean? That's the, like, who needs stamina when the poison is doing the damage and the poison is critting on top of that, you know? So our damage was 76 damage per second. A lot of it coming from poison, which is nice. Healing is nothing because we don't heal at all. Block generation though, Magic Tech gave us the most block. Moon Armor is just there. If we had another Magic Tech, this would have been like almost 400 more block that we would have gained. So that'd be nice. 96 per second. With most of the poison coming from Smelly Wall, a little bit from Serpent Staff, which makes sense. Poison Spear. Oh, because Poison Spear inflicts poison on yourself. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that wasn't horrible. That wasn't horrible. I could definitely see how this could be better, like a better build in general. You know what I mean? Another Magic Tech would have been great. More poison grenades would have been phenomenal. I do like Electric Torch though. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. You know, I've never used it before until now. But while charge starter items trigger 45% faster, I feel like that's nice, and you could easily get like 3Ds on a build and just be like, you guys are gonna trigger faster easily. It's like a Jinx, except you don't have to wait every single time for it to go off. And I think Jinx covers more of an area, but still, Electric Torch seems pretty solid. And then the blind is kind of nice as well. When it triggers, it's not bad for 7 seconds. I don't think that's bad. So yeah, overall, that was pretty solid. Not bad. I was satisfied with that. Yeah, heck yeah. All right, appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks so much. See you guys in the next one.